And we are live. Just drinking a bit of Coke Zero then. Oh no, I prefer Coke Zero to normal Coke. Recently. Oh lie.
That's a better option, to be honest. Like I've always told you to.
None of the
Yeah,
crap.
like
I mean, to be fair, like I went through a big health phase where I literally just only drank water. I think I need to go back to that because I'm putting on a little bit of timber. To say I'm going on holiday on Friday, I'm not like a traditional British guy with his fat gut out, swim shorts, and sat by the pool like a traditional, what everybody thinks an Englishman looks like on holiday, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hi, guys. As you know, welcome to the stream. You are gifted with myself and Hasan today. We're obviously going to do a bit more of an introduction to ourselves in a second, but yeah, we may also be greeted with Huseyin. Toba won't be with us today because he's got some personal things that he's sorting out. Yeah, good morning to everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to TradeSta's live stream. We do these every Tuesday and Thursday, with replays on the Wednesday and the Friday. So thank you very much for joining us. Just to give a quick introduction, because I think some of the listeners last time wanted a bit of a longer intro to who we are, just a bit of a background about us as well, Hasan, and that was some of the feedback that we got, which was really nice of them to offer. So I'm Kieron Cartledge. I'm the co-founder and CEO of TradeSta. I've been in the crypto world, crypto Web3 world, whatever you want to say. I've been in the crypto world since 2017, where I did my first stint in crypto at a company called Banks Group Limited. Banks created the CL card, they created the Ledger card, they also created the MetaMask card. I was part of that project. So I flew out to the Bahamas with MetaMask, MasterCard, and the Banks team to create that concept. Also, as well, the 1-inch card that was mine and Hasan's client that we brought on for Banks. Fast forward to April 2024, myself and Hasan kind of had enough of the rat race, and we both wanted to build something else ourselves. So here we are now, and this is where we are with TradeSta. Hasan, do you want to give a bit of an introduction to yourself and a bit of a background about yourself as well? And then we'll kick off a little bit further.
yeah, sure thing. So, like, I didn't initially like start with crypto, to be honest. I came into crypto like later. I wasn't like class of 2017 to be honest. But like I knew about crypto back then. I guess it was like in my first year at college. Like my brother used to trade. Yeah, and like he he almost made like 20 grand on EOS, if you recall that coin. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
I guess it was 2017 or something. So yeah, like I wasn't like heavily involved in crypto, but like I knew like bits and bobs. My background like starts with like I usually started with projects for several clients outside of the crypto or financial services. Then yeah, joined banks. Been involved like heavily in crypto since then. Crypto communities, trading, all sorts of trading. To be honest, like spot holding, leverage trading. Uh, most recently, meme coins. Been like trading meme coins for like the past couple of years. Yeah, that's it. Like we like I joined Kieron. Like Kieron and I started TradeSta last year. Uh, with the dream of having a perpetual DEX that holds, that supports like both of the best worlds, like crypto and stocks, commodities, etc. Uh, Current says it's better, but yeah, like that's a simpler way of saying things.
I mean, to be fair, I remember when we sat down, we were actually at Bank. I think we were on a morning update call at Banks. Everybody had left. It was me and you, and I was like, Hassan, let's jump on a huddle on Slack. And I was like, I remember the conversation. Right, I'm thinking about leaving and joining and starting my own perp stacks. What do you think? And you, at first, you were like, that's mental. Why would you want to leave something stable where we got a stable like wage and stuff or whatever. But we were both kind of like, maybe we should do it. Maybe we should go and do this. Anyway, we had a few conversations. It wasn't just one conversation. We're like, yeah, let's do it. We had a few conversations, and then we found like, to be fair, at first I think you thought I was joking, and then actually we sort of thought about it a little bit more, and then we started conceptualizing. Sorry, 1 second, I'm sorting my chair. And we started conceptualizing some ideas, and that's how it was. Just we would. I think initially it was kind of like a pipe dream. I think we actually spoke about this before April, but it was a bit of a pipe dream where we're kind of like, we could, but we do you think we should, sort of thing. And then here we are now, with a good backer from an investment standpoint. We've got Avalanche as partner. We've got who else have we got as partners? Avalanche, OnRamp, Pith, however you want to say it. Yeah, and we've just obviously we're about to launch the TaiChi wallet integration as well, which basically means TaiChi users get to use TradeSta inside their application. I've got we're having conversations with other well-known wallets as well, and other platforms. So a year ago, I'm so glad we made the jump. Is what I'm saying. I'm so glad I did it with you as well, right? As the co-founder, because me and you always worked really well. I think at banks, we ran like our own micro team. So
definitely, we killed it, man.
So yeah, we've got a couple of questions coming through already, but just wanted to give a bit more of like an introduction of what we're going to do today. So today's little live stream is going to be a bit different. I just want to sort of talk through, well, not just talk through, but show you guys a little bit more about us. I want to talk to you all as well about our token, and not to try and shill it to you, because that's not what I'm about, just to sort of give you guys a little bit more understanding of the tokenomics, how it works, and why we've listed it where we've listed it. But before I do that, Hussein's just joined us. Late again. No, I'm joking. Hussein's just joined us, so I'm going to bring Hussein up and let Hussein do his introduction, and then we'll go from there. Hussein, welcome to the stream, bro.
Hey, sorry for late, guys.
That's cool. That's cool. Hussein, myself and Hasan have already done our introduction, and last time we did these streams, we got some feedback from the viewers, and they'd like to know a little bit more about us than just who we are. So myself and Hasan have given just a little bit of a background on us, so like our time at banks, how we got into crypto, and only a couple of minutes long, so don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to go on forever. But would you mind doing the same thing, brother? Just introduce the people to who you are, what you do, and how you got into crypto, and what your background is, please.
Yeah, hey guys. We've been working together maybe for years, I think so. Yeah, I'm a front-end and mobile application developers. Yeah, I was also on crypto sites for banks, and right now we still continue on the cryptos. I like trading, guys. Maybe all of you guys like that, and that's all for me. That's my hobby on trading. But yeah, beside that, I am a front-end developer.
The big question is, have you made any money on trading? I'm not gonna tell you, life.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm not sure if I don't think I am lucky or I know something on trading, but maybe I feel myself as a lucky. Yeah, I made money. Yeah, I made money.
Was like good money or okay amount of money?
Not big
Like
money.
under 10 grand.
Yeah, under 10 rands.
Oh, that's fine.
But
That's fine. That's good.
I haven't invested like much more money. Maybe if I had invested like more, I would get more than 10 grand. I think so, Hassan. You got more than 10 grand.
Yeah, come on, man. Like Hassan's out there, like trading meme coins, like they're going out of factory.
Actually, we talk about
this geezer needs to jump on the arena trade, because I'm telling you, like,
yeah.
he needs to jump on arena trade because he's been making some more coin than that. Like giving us little tips all the time about what to buy, and then we buy like 50 bucks of it or whatever. What unknown to us are saying, Hassan's in for about $3,000, you know. So
Yeah, I actually this morning we talk about this, and Hassan will give me a hint on what he's gonna buy next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he will let me know.
My
I keep
coin is
saying this
flying, by
all
the
the
way.
time.
Like as we're speaking at the moment, there's a coin that I purchased recently. It's up good amount, like as we're speaking at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the tip as it's going up. Cheers, Hasan. Yeah, love that. What you do, guys, don't take any advice off of Hasan when it comes to trading or what to buy, because Hasan tells you 3 weeks too late, so you're in at the top. I'm joking. No, he doesn't. He's never done that to me. We've got some questions coming in, so I'm going to go to the questions quickly, because I don't want to miss them, because our chat's going really quickly. So, and obviously I've got Alex, the intern, sending them me. So, Jenny Alexa01 asked us, why is Quokka not listed in the arena? I mean, there's a couple of reasons for why we've not listed it on Arena. The first one was we didn't find Arena until after we'd launched Quokka, so we'd already launched the pre-sale, and that's probably the main reason. The second reason as well is there's some tokenomics within with what we're doing around the burn mechanism, having the token linked to the trading volume, and also as well having the token used for collateral. That we wouldn't be able to bake into the actual contract itself or into the tokenomics, because obviously when you launch a token on Arena, you're not able to do certain things within that. So unfortunately, we weren't able to launch it on Arena because we didn't know about Arena at the point when we launched the token. But secondary to that as well is a lot of the tokenomics that we built into the token and into the contracts, we wouldn't be able to bake into the launchpad side, because obviously you are just launching the token and everything else is done behind the scenes for you, and you're not necessarily able to control the tokenomics as much as you as we needed to make the token work for what our utility was. When I say control, I don't mean control because we don't control the token, but what I mean is bake those mechanisms into the contract. So such as the burn mechanisms, that tracks the trading volume of TradeSta. So there is a burn, there's a burn rate. Now that burn rate is stable, but as the trading volumes increase on TradeSta, more tokens are burnt. If you then use the token as collateral, it's burnt. If you sell it, it's burnt. So basically, the whole point of the token is to reduce the supply, which obviously has the adverse, the knock-on effect that it does when it comes to the price side and the graphing. But that was the whole reason why we launched ourselves, and we didn't use any of the launch pads, whether that be Arena Trade, whether that's Pump.Fun, whether that's Forge Foundry, so on and so forth. We couldn't build the tokenomics as we'd want to build the tokenomics. So unfortunately, that was the only reason. Now, don't get me wrong, Hasan will confirm on this in a minute, but we were actually talking about if there was a possibility of us moving the token to Arena and how we might manage that from a community standpoint, and without losing too much of the utility of the asset. Now, what it would mean potentially is we'd lose the burn mechanism linked to the trading volume, but we could still keep the collateralization burn, and we could also keep the sell. If you sold it on our platform, it would burn, sort of thing. But if you sold it on the open market, it wouldn't burn. So there's things that we've been toying with and maybe even looking at, because I think it will probably do very well on Arena. And if for some of you that may have been on a stream yesterday, I actually spoke about it with the streamer at the time to see, if it would be possible. And we actually had a back and forth. So we are thinking about it, but no, it's not on Arena. It's currently on TradeSta.io/Quokka. I'll share my screen shortly and go through all of the tokenomics. But yeah, Hasan, did I miss anything there, or is that like Hussein? Did I miss anything?
All's good. Yeah, like I second that. Like we were in talks. We were in talks about the Quokka token and like several things related to it in the past couple of weeks, and like also like this morning we were talking about it. So like yeah, we're looking at what we can do, what are the future plans, etc. etc.
Yeah, I think like we always look at like when we built TradeSta, we'd all been part of projects before. And what I mean by part of projects, I don't mean necessarily building the projects, but we've invested in tokens before, which had empty promises and didn't necessarily listen to their community. so on and so forth. And obviously Hasan's been part of the meme market, and I have as well, and we know what it's like to be rugged and all the other stuff. So we kind of wanted to allow the community to make decisions on what happens to the token, and also as well, we take the feedback that is given to us from the community quite literal. Any feedback that is given is put into our Jira boards, and we do look at them, and we analyze how we're going to do it and the improvements. The more recent, obviously we're on version 2.1, and that feedback came from other people using the platform, not just us, but some of the community and some of the some wider, not just the community, but people using the platform. And we took that on board and changed how the UI worked to make it easier for you guys. So that's that's what we try to do, if I'm honest. But yeah, if we could get Quokka token onto Arena, we will do that if that is what's voted on by the community. Again, it would be a vote as well. The community would have to vote on it. Over in our Telegram and stuff, they would have to vote on it before we did it. We wouldn't do anything without the community's sort of thumbs up, if I'm honest. We've got another question as well, Hasan. Where is it now? I've just lost it. Oh, sorry. This is from, is it Sorryful? Yeah, Sorryful. Seeing you all together, it feels like you are not just colleagues, you are true friends. This kind of friendship is rare. I hope this bond grows even stronger and becomes a lasting force. When real friends support each other, success is just a matter of time. Your connection will be the power behind your future. That's getting a tip. That shit's getting a tip. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tip that because that is true. I would say the same thing. You are sort of right, sorry. So me and Hasan have worked together for about 5 years, give or take. Me, Huseyin and Hasan have all worked together for about 4 years. Toba, who, I'd like to say, unfortunately can't be with us today for personal reasons, he's been with us for like a year now, nearly, just a year, something like that. But it's felt like we've worked together for the same amount of time. That's why we find it really hard to bring new people into the team. Like we more recently brought Alex in, who's our intern. He literally works when we do these live streams and in the evenings and does a bit of social stuff. He's sort of like, he's helping out a little bit. And when we brought Alex in, we had to gel with him. So anybody that we work with, we kind of have to have we're a really tight little team that kind of likes to stay a tight little team. But you are right, with that we'll grow. We'll bring people in that we know. We very rarely work with other people that aren't part of the community as well. Like a lot of the people that we work with at TradeSta are part of the community. Some of the guys that have helped us on Telegram, such as like AfroDC, Rattler Fixer, and a few others, Halo, so on and so forth, Enna, they've all been part of the community. So yeah, thank you very much for your comment. I appreciate it. I would tend to agree with you that we are a good little team, right? I would say we're a good little team of degenerate idiots. But yeah,
I think there's another question in Jenny Alexa 01.
Where is that one?
Is there a 5K USDC prize winner?
Oh, Jenny Alexa 01. Is there a 5K USDC prize winner? Jenny, it's an ongoing thing, right? So the 5K a day giveaway is done on a daily basis. To be able to enter the 5K a day giveaway, you trade on the platform with $20 at 20x leverage. We have multiple winners on a daily basis. The minimum amount of users that can win is 5. There is no maximum. The amount that you win is random. The wallets that win is random. I think today it was like 16 people won today.
Yeah.
We gave away $5,000 today.
We distribute the 5K, not only one.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, we distribute the 5K, not the only one person. I think so. Yeah. I think the question was like only one person he is asking that.
No, it's multiple winners. It's multiple winners of multiple wallets that are trading on the platform. Obviously, you can only win once. We do look for people that are trying to fudge the system, by the way. So if you are trying to fudge the system, we do know. Our subgraph tells us. Subgraph is a fantastic little tool.
Yeah.
So it does tell us. So, don't try and fudge the system, because
we have kind of AI on the system. Yeah.
You will be just removed from the prize pool. But all you have to do is place a $20 trade, 20x leverage. I mean, let's go fucking ham. Go DJ. Go place one trade. Go place 52 trades. You've still got the same amount of time to trade. And like I say, we've had people win. I think the most somebody's ever won were 1,000, and the least is $20. So even if you place a $20 trade, you're still going to get your money back if you win. So that's how we work. Loads of people have won. Thank you for answering my question. The best team, TradeSta. Thank you, Jenny. I feel like we are a good team. I won't say we're the best team, but we are a good team. That's what I want to do next. Hasan, I'm going to share obviously the screen in a second. Should we do the Quokka token, or should we do the platform first? What do you think? Let's do. All right, let me just share my screen a second.
Probably platform.
Yeah, I'll do the platform, which will lead us to the Quokka token. Just so you know, I'll be sending some. Excuse me. I will be sending some tips out to the top 10 supporters. So if you're not in that top 10 supporter list, get in that top 10 supporter list as soon as you can, so you can get yourselves some tips. What am I looking for? That's it. Share screen. Okay. So guys, I'm just going to share my screen and walk you all through the platform a little bit. Hasan, Huseyin, if you see any questions, just let me know, and I'll stop and pause, and we'll go through the questions. And obviously, if you've got anything to add, just Tom, shut up and add whatever it is that you need to add. But obviously, TradeSta is a perpetual trading index. It allows you to trade crypto, commodities, real world assets, and Forex. We are also toying with how we can do true stock trade with leverage as well. Obviously, you won't get paid any sort of commissions or anything like that, but you'll just be betting against the market. So up to 100x leverage. It is very low cost, only 0.185% per trade, which is taken at the start of your trade. And to be completely transparent with you, I cannot find anywhere cheaper to trade on chain with perpetuals, just so everybody knows. So if you go here and you go to the launch V2, you'll be greeted with our lovely, beautiful UI. And you'll be able to see, obviously, at the top here, all the different markets that are supported. A new feature that we added on 2.1 was showing you whether or not the market was open. So we have had issues, haven't we, Huseyin, where markets have been closed for specific reasons, whether that's holidays, it's out of hours, so on and so forth. But people were unable to know whether or not it was open. So what we've done is we've added these little dots. Now these dots are like a yes or a no. So if it's open, it'll be green. If it's closed, it'll be red. Very similar to a traffic light system. So we've added the traffic light system. So if it's live, it's green. If it's off, it's red. And obviously, it will tell you here that the market is closed. When you are on the platform, again, like I say, you can select your assets from here. You can also favorite, and they do save. So if I go back to the all and then go to your favorites, it will show you all of my favorites. The other really cool thing is you can go long or you can go short here, but you can also select which asset you want to trade from this piece as well. And again, it will also show you your favorites. So I could go Bitcoin, for example, which is actually looking pretty strong at the minute. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. When you're entering on this little sidebar here, this is obviously where you enter all of the trade details. So you can input your collateral, so the amount that you want to put up as collateral, which is $20. Let's say if you're entering the competition, obviously it needs to be $20. And then you've got your slider here for selecting your leverage. Boom, boom. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Or you can simply input it here by typing 20, for example. And then what this will do is it will give you your execution price, what your liquidation price is, and also tell you your all-in fee. So that fee is your fee, nothing more, nothing less. That is the fee that you'll be charged. There will be no other charges after that fee is taken. That fee is taken from your collateral. So when you place your trade will open at the collateral amount So $20 less this as a fee. So, and what, 1926 bucks. That's what the position will open at. Now, the reason we did that is because when we used other perp dexes out there, I'm not going to name any, but when we used others, we found that it was an absolute nightmare understanding exactly what your profit and loss was, because they didn't take into consideration the fees, the bridging, etc., that happens behind the scenes. There is no bridging for us because it's straight Avalanche. And also as well, if you don't have AVAX or you don't have USDC on Avalanche, you can buy and bridge it here, or you can sell it if you really want to. But yeah, that's why we chose to do it this way. So it's really simple, really easy. All of your positions that you have open will show on this show underneath here. So any open position will be here. Once you have any history, so you can see here you've got AVAX and Bitcoin. You can see it was liquidated when it was created. Any orders you have, so if you've created a limit order and you've you're selecting your price, etc., you are able. This will show in your orders, and your order history shows all of your previous orders that have been successful or closed. It's really, really simple to use, really easy to use, I think. Obviously, I'm probably a little bit biased, but if you have any feedback, you can always give it to us on Arena, X, Telegram. We take the feedback. Told you all before. It's not about us building a platform for us. It's about us building a platform for you. And then also as well, we're obviously using TradingView. If you've used TradingView, then you will know how all of this works. So your indicators, you're able to select all of your different indicators there. You'll know how you're able to do a comparison of the symbol. You can change change the currency to like GBP, for example, if you really want to, or Naira, whatever. You can do whatever you need to do on there. Obviously, US dollars is a standard. You can even do it as USDC if you really want to be pedantic and actually show the actual true USDC. Not only that as well, you can change your type of graph if you're a bit different. Plot figures. I mean, I probably wouldn't use plot figures to be fair, but I mean, I'm a candles guy, so I would probably show you the candles. You can obviously do your timing, etc., etc. All of this is available within the user interface. You're able to view your wallet, so you can view all of your history all on chain. So another thing as well, like everything is traceable on chain. And then when we start to support the networks, you'll be able to select from there. That's it, really. It's really, really simple. Any questions before I go into the next piece? Or do you guys want to add anything? Sorry, Hasan, I spoke a lot then. Do you guys want to add anything?
No, actually, you explained very good. What is our platform? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Also me. No, I was good. Like you've explained very well. Like it's super intuitive. There's like no guesswork from the user side. It's like super easy to open trade, see what's your liquidation like before opening the position, see what your fees are. So like it's super clear to the users, like all of these that we're showing to him.
I think and also as well, we took some feedback, and the feedback was the bottom bar was a little bit messy. So where the trades were at the bottom, your position history, etc., it was a little bit messy and it was a little bit over complex. And obviously we was like, oh, okay, well, let's change it then. Let's make it better. And then also as well with the markets being closed, we quickly realized we needed some way to let users know if the market was live or not. So look, it's what it's about. It's about building a product for you, not us. Originally, it was built for us because obviously we were traders and we built it as how we would want to use a product. Then from there, we develop it from there. We do have some comments and questions here. So let me just scroll down to the comments. Dirk Manis said, "Hey gents, I don't have time today, but want to say a massive thank you for the airdrop and for a great DApp, of course. Easiest dollars of the day. See, there's some proof. Told you we'd give away this cash. We're not just saying it. We don't just post shit on Arena or on X. We do actually give the fucking money away. I think to date, since starting this campaign, which was week 5 of launch, we've given away $126,613. No, sorry, wrong maths. Wrong maths, my bad. We've given away $127,000. So, yeah, it's a lot of cash. Like I say, good backers. So yeah, that's that one. And what other questions do we have? Do your own research, baby, said, why have I got no cap on today? I can't believe you haven't all made sore. I haven't got a cap on, do your own research, baby, because I've had my hair cut. I went to the Turkish barbers and had a proper Turkish cut. And no, Hussein didn't do it. Well, thank you. Jenny Alexa01 asked us a question, Hasan. I'll let you take this one. Is there any minimums? Is there a minimum amount of money to trade on TradeSta? So do we have any minimums?
No, like the minimum is like you can open a trade with I don't know a minimum of I guess like it's $2
$3.
or $2.
$3 should be, I think so.
Yeah,
3?
yeah, like that's the minimum.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying it out, like you want to see how the platform behaves, how's everything. You can like test out like $3.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like if you're willing to go like full degen, you can try with small amounts.
Yeah. Just do some exercise, and then you can start maybe.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree. Yeah, I agree. I think to be fair, right? Like if you're trying out a new DApp, and I'm not like I'd say this about any DApp. I'd say this about any app DApp, like that asks for your cash. Test it first, and I say that about our own platform, right? If you're unsure, go on there, place a minimal trade like $3, $3.50. Place a trade first, see if you like it. If you do, then do another trade. You don't have to go ham straight away. It's completely up to you guys. I encourage you to try the platform first. In fact, I encourage you to do a minimum amount to test it before you actually start using it fully. Hasan and I, in the past, when we've, before we had as many DeFi platforms to use, we used some exchanges that we had to do a lot of research on. I don't know if you remember, like, what was it called now? There was one that we bought a token on, and I'd never heard of the exchange before, but it was only listed on that exchange. And then, like 4 weeks later, the exchange went bust, and the CFO ran away with all the cash. So do make sure that you are doing research. And I'll tell you right now, do research on us. Go and look at my LinkedIn. Go and look at our backgrounds. Everything's on the website for you to get access to. Google us, more than happy for you to do any research and ask me any questions, and I'll answer them as straight as anything. Hasan and Hussein will vouch me on this. I'm pretty straight. I don't do bullshit, to be honest. Yeah, place minimal trade. Have a go, Jenny. Thank you very much for your comment. Guys, if you can't get into the top 10 as a top 10 supporter, throw your questions in and you'll get tipped for good questions. Okay. That's how you can do it. And obviously make sure that you're retweeting the space, not space, live. Sorry, we're not on X. We are on X. So make sure you're retweeting or you're reposting, you're sharing, you're getting everybody in here. I just remember that we're streaming forget that we're streaming on Arena, Twitter or X, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah, that's it now.
Oh, we're on Facebook as well.
Yeah. Oh, on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're on like everywhere we could possibly get streamed, man. Next gem, you're not too late, my friend. You can, by all means, jump on and still use the platform. The campaign is still ongoing. I do have some news to share with you all in a second about that campaign, but no, it's still ongoing. You can still join. You can still get involved. Do your research, baby. Asked a really good question, and I don't know who wants to take this one. What market strategy do you guys use for trades? Is it the trend, pattern, or SMC? Hasan, you can answer this one first, you memer.
Yeah, that's a tough one, to be honest. Like, to be honest, like for like recently, I'm mainly trading meme coins. What I'm doing is that like I'm buying like coin at a certain level and just hodling it. Like that's the strategy that I'm doing, to be honest. Like I'm not following like technical analysis for meme coins or so. Like of course like support and resistance, yeah, but like I'm not actively trading them. Rather than like I'm buying, holding, like maybe like selling at several X's, you know. That's when it comes to meme coins, to be honest. When it comes to other trades, so I don't do like technical analysis myself. Uh, and like I'm not taking trades actively. But like when I used to, there are a couple of people that I follow, and there are a couple of close friends that do analysis. And like I ask them like, "What's your opinion on this trade?" or "What do you think of this coin, of this setup, etc."
Actually, I don't trust on the analysis. Every time, yeah, you can give the same result maybe. Yeah, if the graph like go this up and you can buy, but if it doesn't go, what will happen? Yeah, so I don't trust the analysis.
That's why your stop loss is there.
Yeah, stop loss cause of
I
the
mean,
loss.
I'm probably not. See, when it comes to, I don't know, man. Like, I look at different things for myself. Like, I will look at the trends, like what's happening. Like, one thing, I'll look at the trends and I'll look at the news. If it's an asset that like is already well established, you can kind of get a gist for it from what's going on in the news and the trends that are happening. Patterns as well. Like, again, patterns only really like patterns will only really work if it's an established asset. Um, you know, and what you've also got to remember as well is in some of the asset classes that we support. So, for example, FX, there isn't a bear market. FX don't have bear markets. So with that, you probably have to look at the charts graphing and the history a little bit more, because there are trends that happen over time in FX. With crypto, it's the same sort of thing on your more established ones. But I think I kind of agree with Hasan in some cases when it comes to like the memes or the newer assets, or whether you're looking at like the arena stuff. It's looking at the holders. It's looking at the MCAP. It's looking at their social feeds and taking the only really data that you have to hand, because there isn't like historic data to look at. And sometimes it is about asking other people's opinion. I've done it to Hasan. Hasan's done it to me. Hussein's done it to us. Toba. And you kind of have to look at different things when it comes to like, especially when you're trying to like trench and you're trying to ape into like the next big token. I think you kind of have to look at that. If you're looking at getting into like a pre-sale side of things, which we'll go into in a minute about the TradeSta pre-sale. If you're looking at the pre-sale side of it, it's about doing your research on the actual like business and the people running that, on the project, sorry, in the business, and looking at like that, and then looking at the people that built it. Do you agree? I'm kind of like one of those where I'll do a bit of everything.
Yeah, totally I agree with that. Yeah.
Hasan?
Nowadays, there are a lot of meme coins. They don't have any target or anything.
Yeah.
They just launch it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
If
Like,
I believe that I can make money with this, yeah, I don't want that money because there is no target. There is no, yeah, they don't have anything to do. They just
yes,
launch.
yesterday, right? This is a really good example. Like yesterday, like I was doing some late night work, as you all know. I'm like, obviously I'm going on holiday on Friday, so I wanted to make sure I got all my handover done, ready for Hasan and Huseyin and Toba. And I was working really late last night, but whilst I was working, I put a stream on that was on Arena, and they were actually like running a token thing at the time. And I looked at a lot of the holders, looked at their background, looked at why they were buying it, and I had a punt. And to be fair, I made some money. So like I went from like one AVAX to like 5 or 6, can't remember. So I didn't make millions and I didn't make thousands. I made like what, fucking $75 or whatever. But again, that was because that was the trust aspect. Now, if it had been a token that was more established, I'd have probably bought a lot more. But I didn't. I was like, I'll ape in for like 1 or 2 AVAX and see what happens, sort of thing, because I could afford to lose it. Guys, I'm going to have to move swiftly on to the next question because I realised we've got a lot to get through today. The next question is from Agatha. She said, "What is that on ramp, sir?" Okay. Who wants to take that? Shall I take that? Do you want to take that, Sam? Who wants to talk about on-ramp? I'll take that. So let me just yeah. Let me just quickly share
definitely. Yeah, I'll take that.
Go on then. You take that.
Yeah, sure. I don't know, like, if we have like, do we have like videos of on-ramp posted, Kieran?
We do. We've got some videos that are on YouTube. I'll share them in. I'll share them in a second. But we do have some videos of how to use it on YouTube. Yeah. Do you want to explain what on-ramp is? Or in fact, I'll play it in the background.
Yeah, sure. So we partnered with on-ramp to like allow our users to to allow our users to either like on-ramp, so basically buy crypto with fiat, or off-ramp, like get fiat for crypto, or simple like exchange. Like if you want to use our platform, you want to get, like, you don't have AVAX or you don't have USDC on Avalanche network, on-ramp allows you to get these tokens that we're supporting, like basically the AVAX and USDC to trade on us. They allow you to get these tokens through their platform.
Exactly that. So yeah, it's a way for you to on and off ramp. It's a way for you to deposit your. They're using the term deposit, by the way, in this, and you're not depositing anything with us. Just so you're all aware, you don't deposit any of your assets with us, but it's how to buy USDC in TradeSta. But there's several different ways. So this is the video that they did for us. It is on YouTube. You can find this if you search for TradeSta.io over on YouTube. It will all come up here. It's very simple. You obviously go to launch the V2 on the website, which is where I just went then to show you guys. You head over to buy. Obviously, you're buying USDC on Avalanche, for example. You can use your GBP. You can use NIRE. There's so many different assets they support. I'm not even going to go through it. There's like 150 assets they support. You obviously enter your mobile number. Create a password. It's really easy and simple. I'll let it play through a little bit. You obviously then put in the address that you want it to be sent to, and the amount, and then obviously they're saying send funds to an IBAN that only belongs to you. So it's, there you go. Click pay, and then you pay. The video is obviously for info purposes, so it's a lot longer than it should be. Takes less than 30 seconds, to be honest, and then USDC arrives with you in 60 seconds. It's really simple, really easy. There you go. So that specific user there is just basically bought themselves $50 worth of USDC using GBP. So yeah, it's really easy, really simple, and that's all that's what we want for the whole platform. Have we got any more questions? Thank you very much for your question, Agatha. Let me just send you your tip right now. Hussein, can you see any other questions that I might have missed? I know you're watching the stream as well.
I think Dirk Maris just got a question.
1 second, let me find that for you. So what should we do?
So yeah, let me pick up like Dirkman's question, like you can pick up Raf's comment. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so Dirk's just asked, thought of my question. Are stop loss settings planned for the near future? Thank you again. They are.
Yeah,
I'm sure they are, but I'll let Hasan take the lead.
Yeah, I'll pick that up. Yeah, definitely. So in the very near future, so we're planning the adding stop loss and like adding take profit, so that like you'd have like, let's say you're taking a trade, you have like a TP, like take profit, you have a stop loss, like you will be able to add like stop loss to your entire position, or for example, you'd be able to add a take profit order, so that like when either of these orders, so either when your stop loss is hit or when your take profit is hit, like your entire position is closed. So yeah, that's like plans for the very near future. After that, we're planning as well, like partials, so partial take profit, partial stop loss. But like that's going to be taking some time due to how things work on chain. But yeah, like in the very near future, yeah, we're working, like we're actively working on adding these like stop losses and take profits.
Thank you, Hasan. For some reason, my camera's decided to stop working, so that's why I've like gone on mute. So I do apologize, guys. I'm trying to fix it now. Technical shit. Yay. It should be working now. Am I back?
Raf, we have a long comment from Raf. Maybe like Kieron, you can pick it up.
Yeah. So Raf the Fixer just put, sorry, haven't said anything earlier. Driving back down to Skeeterville, South Florida, and I have no problem if you want to share how much I have won in the competition. We would do Raf, but we don't know. We don't know how much you've won. That's the whole point of it. But I know that you have won a couple of times now, I think, actually. Also, that I've got to win the first competition. You did. I think you came second, third, something like that, in the first competition. And he also said, nice haircut. Thanks, Raf. First person to mention it. Thanks, Raf. You're going to tip just for mentioning my hair. Don't everybody go mentioning my hair, though, because you won't get tips. I'm joking. Guess the question would be difference between different wallets and how some work a little faster but charge their own fees. Don't forget to promote the store and the world tour of showing where in the world you are trading from. Okay. We've not actually gone through that yet, but yeah, it's a good idea. So to answer your question around the wallets. So with TradeSta, you can utilize certain wallets as a direct integration. So you've got MetaMask, you've got Trust Wallet, you've got Core Wallet, and there's a few others on there as well. I can't remember off the top of my head without looking. But you also have Wallet Connect, which allows you to connect to things like Ledger, Trezor, Rabbi, any other wallet that you guys might use, OKX, for example. Now, we don't control which wallet you use. Whichever is your preference, you can use that. Now, what I think Raf's trying to point out as Core does work a little bit quicker with our platform, and Core is also gasless. So if you don't want to spend any gas when trading on TradeSta, use Core Wallet, which is obviously an Avalanche wallet specifically. Me personally, I obviously stick to what I know. I use MetaMask. Yes, I would obviously have to pay gas fees for that. The gas fees are minimal, but there is still gas fees incurred. You can also use like I think you can also use like Coinbase Wallet. I know some people have used Coinbase Wallet before on the platform. But if you want to really, you want to minimize the amount of cost for trading and it only be that 0.185% fee, use Core Wallet. There's no gas to pay, obviously. So yeah, that's what I think Raf was trying to get at. The next thing is, yes, we do have a merch store. So if you want to grab yourself some TradeSta caps, tops, whatever, it's on the website. Go to TradeSta.io, go to the bottom of the webpage, and you can grab yourself a TradeSta hoodie. We'll also be bringing out some Quokka merch pretty soon as well. I don't know what he means by the world tour. I think what he's trying to say is if you get some merch, take a photo of it and say where you're from, maybe. But yeah, we're not actually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Raf meant.
Yeah, I'm going to say we're not planning a world tour, not yet anyway. We will be at some events coming out soon though. So we would love to see if you guys are going to any events or you want to see us at any specific event. Obviously we missed ETC and stuff like that, but if you do want to see us at any events, then do let us know. Because we'll love to get you there. Where's the next question? Dirk said, any thoughts of launching anything on Arena to test the DEX? Do you mean a token there, Dirk? Is that what you mean? We did go over this a little bit before, but we have toyed with. We're going to go through the Quokka token in a second, which is our own token, and it is in pre-sale. But we were in thoughts of maybe actually moving and migrating from a private sale on our own website, maybe moving that to Arena and seeing how we can do that. That's one thing that we're toying with. I'm going away on holiday on Friday, but it is in the pipeline to look at how we can potentially do that, Dirk. We don't just want to launch another token because obviously we're already married to the Quokka. and the Quokka's there to protect your bag with all these burn mechanisms. So we don't want to sort of unmarry ourselves to that. And we do have token holders already, so we need to look after those guys. But if we were to migrate, that's a possibility. But it would maybe mean losing some of the utility that is there. So again, it would all be voted on by the community. We don't make that decision. The community makes that decision. It's their token at the end of the day. So yeah, we have thought about it. We are looking at it, Dirk, and we might do that. We might do that in the future if it's voted on. Well, near future actually, if it's voted on by the community, if that's what you mean. So thank you very much for the question. If that's not what you meant, just clarify for me. But I hope that's what you meant. Jenny's got another question. Jenny says, I have one more question again. Not all coins can be traded on TradeSta. Why? Who wants to take that one? Or should we do that a mixture? Hasan, I'll let you take that one. Why have we got...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so flexing a bit to answer this question. So the way like our pricing or the way that we fetch the prices of the tokens we support is through an on-chain feed, which is called Pyth. So what's unique about Pyth is that it aggregates prices from several exchanges and then combines all of these prices together and publishes a price of this specific token. And like for example, they have weight for not necessarily weight by its sense or by what it means, but like they have let's say for Bitcoin, they would need to at least get, let's say, price from, I don't know, like 5 sources before like computing what the final price of Bitcoin is and publishing it. So what this does is actually it kind of like protects against manipulation from one exchange, for example, because like it's getting from several sources to outcome like a single price, and like they're pretty fast, and like that's one of the other reasons we're using them. So like they're publishing the price several times a second, and like they support a lot of tokens. So yeah, that's about the price feed that we're using. Why the original question was why not all coins can be traded. So
Do you want me to say that bit?
Tell me again.
Do you want me to say that bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So there's technical reasons behind the scenes, obviously, as Hasan's just said around the Pyth and around the Pyth pricing that we utilize. But also as well, it comes down to a liquidity and management aspect and ensuring that we've got the liquidity aspect for that. But not only that as well, we take votes. So again, it's all voted on. The community vote on what needs to be listed next. So we want to see more FX in there. We want to see more crypto. We want to see more RWAs. But we're also at the minute we've sort of been looking at how we can utilize, how we can bring on stocks into the platform in the right way. Obviously, we need to look in the legalities of it, but that's what we've been focused on because our whole premise of the platform was you could trade everything on chain with TradeSta. So we do need to list some more tokens, and if you guys have any requests, recommendations, let us know over in the Telegram or in here, and we'll add them to the list. So yeah, we'll go from there. I think that's sort of like the main reasons really is it needs to be supported by Pyth, our price oracle, and they do have a lot of assets already. But not only that as well, we need to make sure that we got the liquidity aspect for it backed, and then also as well we need to look at making sure that the community have voted on it and it's going to be used. We had a vote recently to launch Fartcoin. That was the most recent one, and to be quite honest, the volumes of Fartcoin haven't been incredible. They've been okay. They haven't been incredible. So again, we need to sort of look at that, all those aspects and make sure that it is something that the community wants, really. Thank you very much, guys, for obviously all the tips and things, and thank you very much, obviously, for all the questions, and we appreciate it. If you do have any more questions, please do ask us. Please do post them, and obviously we'll go through them. The next thing that I want to get onto, everybody's asked us about our Quokka token, so I'm going to go through the Quokka token now. Let me just share my screen quickly. Share screen. Let me bring the screen up. So obviously I've shown everybody the platform and how it works. Our beautiful platform here, really simple. If you've not noticed, on the platform you have a button here that says quote pre-sale. Now if you click that, it'll take you to this piece, which is obviously how you buy the Quokka token. Obviously it's USDC or USDT. You simply input the amount that you want to spend and it'll tell you the amount of Quokka that you get. Quokka is priced at 0.01 cent at the moment. But what I just want to show you guys, obviously the Quokka website where you can go and do your own research.
Looking at the pre-sale page, Kieron, probably
Yeah,
we should be adding.
I'm just moving to it now, mate. Just 1 second.
Yeah,
so
probably we should be adding like a button to navigate to the
yeah, I'm just thinking that now. Maybe we need to actually do that. Have a deal.
Yeah.
Have a do your own research button. Hussein, add that to your list, bro. We need to do your own research button on that pre-sale page, please. That'd be great. Yeah, obviously meet the Quokka. We chose a Quokka over any other animal for several reasons, and I'll go through them now. The Quokka is a tiny marsupial that came close to extinction, and they're a little guy, right? We're a little guy. TradeSta's a little guy. We've got our own little corner of the Web3 world where all of our other Quokkas are, which is our TradeSta's community. And they were nearly wiped out to extinction. And the thing was, when we were building this platform, several times we ran into issues when we were building this. Several times we felt like throwing in the hat and giving up. And what we decided to do was continue fighting through. And that's exactly what the little Quokka does. So the Quokka is a marsupial from off the coast of Australia. There is a tiny little island, which is the only place you can find these little marsupials, which is just like us. We're off the shore of the Web3 world, tiny little island. And what they did is they dominated their little piece of that island. And they're now expanding it back out and they're becoming a little bit more well known. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're expanding out. We're going to take over the world eventually. The Quokkas they may only be like 20 inches tall, but they're fierce little beasts. And obviously this gives you all of the background. So in a world full of rug pulls and broken promises, this Quokka's had enough and they're tired of seeing communities betrayed by greedy developers, and he set out to create something different to help the TradeSta team and the Quokcoin. So it tells you all about the token distribution, how the tokenomics work. Obviously, I'm not going to go through this all in great detail. There's 175 million Quokka tokens available, 5 million of which have been allocated to ambassadors, KOLs, and airdrops. 10 million is of that, sorry. But then also as well, there's the MVP airdrop. So those people that were part of the MVP are going to get an airdrop. There is a 10 million stability burn, which actually starts from day one of launch. And then obviously there's 5 million to seed liquidity. If you've not noticed, there is no allocation for TradeSta or the TradeSta team. That's because we don't need to own it. We don't want to own it. It's a community token. It is owned by you, the guys, the community, and you guys make the decisions. So all the information is there. We don't own any of the tokens, so we can't dump on you. Like it says up here, in a world full of rug pulls and broken promises by devs, there's not going to be any broken promises. Everything's baked into the smart contract. The burn mechanisms will happen, so on and so forth. So obviously this talks about the stability burn and how that stability burn works. So now how it will decrease the amount of tokens and obviously the supply, etc. This is the vault burning. So in the liquidity pool, every time that you sell your token, it'll be burnt instantaneously. Every time that you use it as collateral, which it talks about down the bottom here, it will be burnt. As I said at the beginning of the stream, there is a trading volume burn. So the Quokka token is directly linked to the TradeSta Perpdex trading volume, and as the volume increases, as does the burn rate. As the volumes decrease, as does the burn rate. So the faster people, the more people that trade, the more volume that we get on TradeSta, the faster the token burns as well. And we all know what happens when you decrease the supply of a token. That's the piece that we wouldn't be able to do if we were to launch this over on Arena, for example, on Arena Trade. So that's what we're kind of toying with at the minute. Obviously, we'd still be able to do the collateral burn. So if you used it as collateral, it would still burn. And this is another bit as well, like the liquidity fee. So it'd be very hard for us to sort of put 10 cents off every trade back into the liquidity pool to prop it. So obviously, we want to make sure that we're doing that. Obviously, we've already done this. We've introduced the Quokka. We're doing this at the minute. We're doing community growth at the moment, and obviously it's the launch and let him start burning. Now, if you do want to do any more research, you do have any more questions on the Quokka, you can head over to TradeSta.io/Quokka token, or /Quokka, sorry, or you can head over to TradeSta, and you just click the little Quokka button here, and you can find all the information there, or you can go further down and find all the information here. But yeah, like I said, it's all about the community. It's all about you guys. If you do have any questions, let me know. Hasan, do you have anything to add on the Quokka token side of things? Or Huseyin? No? No question. Okay, cool. Great.
Oh, sorry. I was reaching out for the mute button. Anything to add? Grab your Quokkas. Protect them from extinction.
That's right.
That's
Protect them from extinction. Protect your little corner of the world. The Web3 world, it's a dangerous place, and we're better in numbers. We might only stand 20 inches tall, but the more numbers we have, the better it is, the more we can take over. That's what it's all about. It's all about taking over this Web3 space and owning our own little world, especially within the Avalanche ecosystem. There are some more questions. There is a question.
That's the best point on the Quokka token. There's no manipulation on that.
Yeah, that's nothing. There's no manipulation because we don't control it.
It's impossible to do that.
Yeah, we don't own it.
We don't want
That's what's great about it. It all sits on chain. Hi guys, is Tracy? Yes. Papa said, "Hi guys, is TradeSta.io US compliant already?" Pappy, I don't know what that I don't know what you mean by are we US compliant already. You can access it in the US, but we're decentralized. It's a completely DeFi platform. Obviously, we're not. When you're not actually specifically buying the asset itself, you are simply placing a trade against the market value. So look, it's not we're not centralized in any way, shape, or form. So you can utilize the platform. We have geolocation blockers in place for all of the localities that the platform is unable to operate. So yeah. What's next? What's the next question? Oh, Pappy meant for tax purposes. I have to disclose my yearly gains. Oh, right. Okay, so you mean to be able to download your history again? You're not custodying anything with us, Pappy. You're not doing anything like that. Everything that you need to see from that perspective is available on chain. So yeah, if that's what you mean, then yeah, that's how you would do it. Thank you very much for the question. Is there any other questions around the platform or us at all? If not, then oh my god, we've been streaming for an hour already. Time goes so fast. No worries, Pappy. Thank you very much. I've just obviously sent you your tip for asking the question, so thank you very much for asking it. Huseyin, do you have anything to add about the Quokka token, TradeSta, life? Do you know what we've not asked you yet, Hasan? We've not asked you yet. So I'm going to ask you. We normally ask you at the beginning of the stream about the market.
Yeah.
And we haven't today because obviously we did our big little intro. Our big intro, sorry. So, Hasan, what's the market conditions like today, bro? Do you want to give us your market analysis for today?
Yeah. You want to know my opinion on the market at the moment? like I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. Like we're stuck in a range around like 109 and around like 107 500, that much. So I've no idea where we're heading. Hopefully we're going up. Um but I would be a bit cautious around because like there's I'm gonna say it like there's a platform that are launching their pre-sale, and this will affect like the whole market. They're calling it the token TGE, and like I've read someone's comment on that, and it's what do you call it? Um, let me try and remember something like extract, like cash extraction or something like that. That's what they meant with TGE.
Okay, right. I see what you mean.
Yeah, so like
Did you also
this,
see all
like
the shit? Did you see the shit that Ton's done as well?
oh well, yeah.
Did you not see the stuff that's happened with Ton? Like
No, tell me.
offering a visa basically for like staking. Like if you went and staked Ton for a specific amount of time, then you got a visa in Dubai, and then the Dubai like government have come out and said it's bullshit. Basically, it literally lasted less than like 24 hours. But honestly, like people were piling into it to try and get like the visa access. It was mental, man. Like yesterday, like I know we're talking about a different network, and obviously we're on Arena here and we're on X, but we're on Arena and we're talking about which is Avalanche. We're talking about Ton. But honestly, it was crazy. I actually saw it on. Obviously, we have our news feed that we have on Telegram, and I saw that on our own Telegram, and I was like, "What? What's this about?" And I looked into it, but yeah, he's been absolutely bottled on it at the minute, bro. So where is it now?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
like
it. The Ton
I got here
Foundation.
like you don't like
The
yeah like
Ton
I don't
Foundation
like to
clarified that the UAE Golden Visa is not officially supported by the government. The visa initiative is being developed independently, separate from any official endorsement, apparently. So they're trying to cover their arse now, by the looks of it.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so there's this tokens pre-sale right around the corner. Like when they first announced it, the market tanked. Like Fartcoin like went down like 30% or so. Uh, Lots of people are piling in VCs, etc. for a quick 2-3x. They're going to extract cash from the retail. So like I would say like from now until like this token is fully released, like be cautious.
it pisses me off that, right? Like VCs and stuff top it. Like that's one of the reasons that like Quokka's not been offered to VCs and there is no VC allocation. We did ask the community, and the communities like were kind of happy for it to happen. But me personally, like I don't want to sell the token to VCs. I don't want to give the opportunity for like that to happen, because that's what happens at the end of the day. Like the team and the VCs and the big dogs, the ballers or whatever you want to call them, they're the ones that screw over the retail, and then retailers blame the developers. When in 99.9% of the time, it's not actually the developers' fault. It's who they've sold the token to out of desperation sometimes to raise that capital to build the product. And then they don't actually do the proper due diligence. And then they don't put like proper, they don't do proper safeguarding things in place for the retail investors. And then it's the retail investors that suffer. And I think that's why I've still not done it. Still why we've been offered a few times for people to buy bags of Quokka, a VC and angel perspective, and I've just turned it away or ignored it because I just don't want it to happen. Like maybe that's subconscious Kieron's protecting the community, but I don't like it. We do have a question, and we'll do a roundtable on this question quickly. But Zenga asked, "Where are all you guys from?" Hussein, do you want to go first?
Yeah, we started personal questions, huh?
Just think geography. We don't need to say exact location.
Yeah, no
We don't need
problem.
to give out the GPS coordinates. just general locality is fine.
I'm from Turkey. Yeah, I live in Turkey also.
There we go.
He's
That went hard, was it, Hussein? living in Turkey. He's not allowed to have his blind up anymore because every time during winter, obviously in England, I'm in England, by the way. That's where I'm from the UK, in England, and it rains a lot. But where Huseyin is, it's beautifully sunny most of the time. And when he has his blind up, you can see the sun, and it makes me depressed.
Yeah, you can see my view.
Yeah, look at that view, man. Look at that view. I'm not showing you my view, because my view is just concrete blocks everywhere. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm from England. Hussein's from Turkey. Hasan,
I'm
what
from
about you, my
Lebanon.
brother?
Yeah, I'm from Lebanon, man.
That was nice and easy. Yes, from Lebanon.
Yeah.
From Lebanon. So, Zengil, thank you very much for the question. So, I'm from the UK. Hussein's from Turkey. Hasan's from Lebanon. And Toba is originally from Nigeria, but lives in England. But obviously, he's not on the call right now because he's dealing with personal matters. So, yeah, we're a very good, diverse team. And you wouldn't think it, but we've never met in person. Ever. Never, ever. Have we, guys?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. I just you know what I mean? You have this thing that Hasan's going to be short and Hussein's going to be tall and I'm going to be the short-arsed. That's how I kind of see it. And when I originally spoke to Toba, I thought, Toba's going to be really small. I have met Toba face to face, just so everybody knows. And Toba wasn't. It was fucking huge. And I was like, hi, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't like Toba is like a tank, man. From the calls we have.
He's tall. He's really tall. And he's built well. I mean, me and you have the dad bod, right? Hasan. We've got the dad bod now, and it's saying us three right here are dads. So we all have that dad bod. We've all let ourselves relax. We've got comfortable in our lives. Toba's just having that happen to him. So, I'm just saying.
Good luck, Toba.
Good luck, Toba.
If you're listening to us, good luck, man.
Yeah, if you're listening to us, Toba, you've got the body to come, bro. It's not going to stay there forever, man. You're not be able to go to the gym as often. Yeah, so that's where we're from, Zengil. Thank you very much for the question. I appreciate it. Like I said, you can ask questions about anything that you want, whether it's personal or not. Obviously, certain things we won't. Atlas said they love TradeSta to trade currency pairs. That's great. I'm glad that you love it, Atlas. Obviously, keep it going because obviously we're still doing the giveaway. So feel free to obviously keep trading. The more interest you have, the more chance you've got of winning, obviously. I'm just going to send you a little tip for that comment, so thank you very much. I'm seeing if there's any more. I keep forgetting to obviously read Atlas said they're long on USD, USD to JPY at the minute. Wow. Okay. Nice. So, Mr. Lonely said he's still waiting for the follow. Well, with a name like Mr. Lonely, you can, you can wait. Pappy asked, and Hasan, this is one that probably all three of us can answer because all three of us have got our own opinions on this. But Pappy asked, Pappy Abraham asked, why did you all choose Avalanche or AVAX, to launch over other L1s? So why do we choose Avalanche over other L1s? This is a question we get asked every stream, by the way. But why Avalanche? Hasan, do you want to go first, and I'll do the back? I'll do next. I need to have a drink. I spoke too much, so I need to drink some of my.
Yeah, literally, I got 2 glasses of water, and I'm done with them. I thought about having a backup on this call because I drink too much water on the live stream, and my backup is now finished.
Go on, answer the question. So why Avalanche? Why did we choose Avalanche?
Avalanche, to be honest, it's fast, cheap gas, which is very important in terms of on-chain trading. So for example, we couldn't go we couldn't go on Ethereum, for example, because the gas fees would be ridiculous.
It's too expensive. Yeah, it's really too expensive.
Can you imagine doing it on mainnet? Fucking hell, you'd lose more money on gas than you'd make profit.
On the other hand, it's slower than the AVAX, I think so.
Oh yeah, Ethereum's really slow. Like they're doing that bullshit talk again that they've been doing for the past 3 years, where they go, "Yeah, guys, we're going to make it faster and we're going to reduce gas fees." They've been saying it for the past 3 years, but I mean, what you got to think is, like, Ethereum doesn't actually have an incentive to do that because a lot of the L2s are built on the back of it anyway. If you know what I mean. Sorry, a lot of them are built off the back of it, and they follow that same standard. So, you know. But yeah, sorry, Hasan. Yeah, I'll show up.
Yeah, your question.
Yeah, I guess like that's the 2 points that like I have other points in mind, but like I'll leave some for you, Kieron, and Hussein.
Hussein, what about you? Why did we choose Avalanche? Why Avalanche?
Yeah, actually, this is the first one and the best one. Is the fastest networks I have seen. Yeah. When you are trading some things, should be fast, because you open your position, and as soon as you open position, you want to see, because price is always going down and up. So at the same time, if you can open that position, maybe you can get the profit. So that's why AVAX is best option for us.
So from my point of view, we were toying with a few networks at the time when we were building this product. We were building this with EVM compatibility in mind, just so everybody knows. So when we initially started building the product anyway, it was built with EVM compatibleness in mind. So we looked at Arbitrum, but Arbitrum already has one, and quite frankly, I'm not a fan. At that time, I wasn't. I am now. I think they've got a bit more scalability, and I think we looked at others as well. I'm not going to go through all the different blockchains. We looked at we looked at Binance Smart Chain, BNB Chain. We looked at Base. We looked at Arbitrum. We looked at other stuff as well, but Avalanche for us as a first chain to launch on made sense. I remember meeting a few of the guys through when I was working at banks, and I liked the way that they operate, not just as a network, right? I'm removing the network capabilities out of this, but even just as a project, they're so supportive. And you know, when we spoke to them about launching on Avalanche, and moving this project on Avalanche, they supported us both in putting us in touch with the right RPCs, putting us in touch with the likes of Pi, helping us out with that type of stuff, you know. And for all they knew, it was we're an unproven project, right? They just literally looked at us as face value as an unproven project, but they were still willing to assist and help us and give us that guidance. So for me, that was really, really important. So when we chose Avalanche as the first network, it was basically being able to, it allowed us to really sort of be supported as a platform, you know. And as guys that are like coming from, you know, banks as an organization that are now huge and they're working with really big partners, it was nice to have that support. It was also really nice as well that like they were able to assist us there. But same as Hasan and Hussein said, the speed was key, right? The speed, the capabilities. Not only that as well, the future development of trade. So we had to kind of not just look at the now, but look at what could happen next. And a lot of the shit that they're doing in the RWA world, like we want to bring more RWAs onto TradeSta. We want to bring stocks onto TradeSta. Avalanche are working on stuff like that behind the scenes, as we all know, if you obviously check the newsletters and what's going on in the ecosystem. Not only that as well, but stuff like the fact that we could take TradeSta off of like C chain and build our own app player and have our own chain and make TradeSta completely gasless without needing to use core, but you could use any wallet and it'd be completely gasless. That was another thing that we looked at as well. So we don't just look at like why now, but also what's happening in the future. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to launch TradeSta on other chains, because I'd be lying if I said that. Because I think for TradeSta to be successful, we need to have other networks with us as well. But we will always have, Avalanche will always be the number one chain, is what I'm going to say. So we will always encourage that sort of movement over in some way or another. Because I think Avalanche has so much more to offer. They're so much more scalable. We only have to look at how much their TVL has grown in recent months as well, and how much they're investing back into the ecosystem, back into the platform, back into platforms that build on them. The amount of support they give those platforms, the amount of support they've given Arena, they've helped us from marketing standpoints and that type of stuff. So that's why we chose Avalanche. Sorry for the mad rant, for the long answer. Well, that's why we chose to do Avalanche. We've got some more questions. So Zengil asked, when do you guys see Avalanche going to $50 again? Hasan, go on with your analysis. Do you think we'll get
let me have a quick look at the chart.
Hold on,
but like
I'll
I
bring
recall.
So let's bring you the
Yeah,
chart.
bring it up.
1 sec.
Yeah, but like I recall in the last cycle, like if you recall, there was these three pairs. They were called Solana. What was it called? I don't recall what was the exact naming of these coins was, but like it was near Solana AVAX.
Yeah.
Like these always pump together. Definitely like AVAX will have its time. Like this cycle, like it's proving like in crypto, like cycle after cycle, Bitcoin is highly dominating the markets for most of the cycle, to be honest. um so when it's going to be up to 50, I wouldn't say like it's not impossible, it's plausible. When we're going like full bull, the Bitcoin dominance is breaking. Ethereum is taking back its share, and the like major altcoins. Yeah, so it's not impossible. Like we can see AVAX trading back at the 50s.
I think to be fair, like we've not actually had a proper altcoin season this round. I think it's been a meme season. I think that's that's what we've got
true.
to sort of see.
True.
It's been memes. It's not we've not had a proper altcoin season yet. Obviously, Avalanche had a bit of a run, as did Sol and like you said as well, Near. They sort of had a run what was it like? Was it 2 months ago? They had a bit of a bull, like a micro one. I think it's still yet to come. I wouldn't want to say like a specific time frame because you'll all quote me on it, and I don't want to be quoted on when I think a token's going to go up or down, because I'm not, a financial advisor. But I still think there's capability, and I still think we still have an altcoin season maybe to have this year in this cycle. Maybe we'll see it happen again. What do you think, Hussein?
You know what? Why meme coin is popular right now? I think so. All the whales play meme coins. It's really easy to manipulate the people. Really easy to get the money from the people from meme coins. You know.
Yeah,
You
I
just,
mean, it's easy to like pump and dump a meme coin than it
yeah.
is, a
Yeah.
proper project. What pisses me off so much sometimes is
Because
like,
proper projects, real traders over there, because
yeah,
all real traders what they know buying that. So it's not easy to pump that coin.
see,
So
we've also had an AI like an AI's been the big thing at the minute as well, right? So a lot of like VCs and stuff have taken money away from proper projects and moved. I'm not saying AI is not a proper project, but you know what I mean. They're taking a lot of money out of crypto and banged it into AI. And I think as well, like the meme coin side of it has been really like hard for proper projects like us. I'll use us as an example to launch a token successfully without having a memeable part of it. And that's why we did create Quokka a little bit as well. It's a meme coin with a difference because it has utility.
yeah, we could manipulate. We could launch our token before our project is go live, but we did after the launch to our project, because we know that first of all, some real traders wants to see what's this token has the project. So maybe
No, I see what you mean, dude. Like, it's a bit difficult at the minute, though, right? Because, like, it's one of those. Guys, we've got a question here, and I might be wrong in thinking this. Maybe you know. But somebody says, do we plan on increasing our initial size past $25? I thought you could do more than $25 maximum trade at the minute. I didn't think there was. Let me look in. Atlas, thank you very much for the question. Let us look into this, because as far as I was aware, I'll do some testing after this call. As far as I'm aware, that shouldn't be there, and there shouldn't be an upper limit at that level. So let me have a look at that. But thank you very much for raising it. I appreciate it. Pappy Abraham said, very informative and in-depth response, Kieron. Thanks. No worries. You're welcome. Zengil said the last time it was $50 was back in December, which is true. So maybe we'll see the same thing again this year. Like we were talking before about patterns, right? And obviously somebody asked us how we actually look at place our trades and why we choose to do it a certain way. And so we're just talking about patterns. Now, if you take up, and this is not me telling you for gospel, this is my own analysis. Please don't take it for gospel. Please don't. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Go and do your own research. And I mean that. I'm not your dad. Like, go and do your own research. But when I've looked at charts before in the past, you can see a pattern around. Now is like we sort of see a dip in the market. We always see that, right? We'll have a little bit of a peak, then you see a dip, and then it'll stay steady for a bit. And what I mean by steady, obviously, you'll see this. But then come sort of like toward, I think it's normally around about September, October time. You'll see a little bit more of a spike again, and then normally around November, December is when it stops, right? So that's when you normally get the ATH at that point for that part of the cycle. That's when you normally see like everybody starts like you have a little micro bull, right? But then it'll die towards the end of December
for a couple of
January,
years.
Around Christmas time, because obviously everybody buying the presents and stuff, and they're cashing out to pay for Christmas is expensive. But then you see it happen, like you'll see it start teetering again, and then again we go back through that same cycle. Check the graphs. You'll see I'm sort of right in what I'm saying there. Hasan is saying, I don't know if you agree with me on what I've just said there, but again, that's not financial advice. Go and look at the graphs yourselves and do your own research. But Zengo, we might see it again, maybe December. See Avalanche hitting $50, but don't quote me on it. Like I said, we'll see a little. I think we'll still see another micro towards the end of this year again. And my advice to anybody holding crypto that might be at a loss is hodl the fuck out of it. Hodl it, or go and leverage it on TradeSta. Obviously, $20, 20x. Mine went up to $1,000. Just saying. But I'd say do that. Thank you very much for the questions, Engel. Again, I appreciate it, and obviously for the contribution to the community and the conversation. There's a little tip for you. Thank you. It's only a little one. I apologize, but you are part of the top 10. Another question. Where's another question? Oh my god, I'm so far. I'm so behind. Zengil said, Zengil, ask many questions, lol. No, Zengil, it's fine. You're more than welcome to ask as many questions as you want, bro. It's absolutely fine. There's another question and I've lost it. Can you guys see any other questions?
No, I guess that's it.
Chill Will said, there's a problem. AVAX turning from 40 to 17.45. That means there is a high possibility for it to hit back to $40. It's just a matter of time. I agree. That's exactly what we've sort of all said. I think it will happen. The question of when is sort of hard to say when, and that's with any asset, not just Avalanche. That could be with any asset. But again, it's about looking at the charts, looking at the graphs, and tracing it back. But I personally think, my own personal opinion, we'll see a micro bull again, probably starting September, October time. It'll then end probably end of December, beginning of January. Then we'll see a bit of a lull, and then we might see another micro bull again. And I say micro bull because it is a micro bull. It's not a proper bull market, but it's a micro bull. And Hasan and the guys agree. Guys, I've just realized we've been streaming now for an hour and a half, and normally we only do an hour. So if there are any more questions, please obviously post them now, and we'll get them boxed off in the next couple of minutes. If not, then we're going to end the stream. But I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for listening. And I just want to obviously thank my boys here, Hasan and Huseyin, for joining me. And obviously there is another team member, but he has some personal things that he's dealing with right now. So he's obviously was unable to join us, which is upsetting, but you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah. Hasan, do you have anything to add? I'm just sorting some out at the moment.
No, I think like everything's okay. Like the community been great today. We've went past the like 1 hour limit. Like honestly, but it's fine. It's fine. It's been like a good live stream. We've answered like so many questions. But yeah, like usually we have the time limit of 1 hour for live stream. But like it's all right. It's been a good one.
We normally limit ourselves to an hour because we've got so much work to do behind the scenes, and obviously I'm going on holiday on Friday, and we've got so much to hand over. And the guys hate me. I keep rubbing it in, by the way, that I'm going on holiday and having like 5 days off work.
We will miss you, Kieron.
You know I'm going to be on the update calls every morning. You know I'm going to still be texting you on
Slack. I know.
You guys know I'm taking my laptop. So, like, I've got 2 laptops for a reason, right? So I've got the laptop I'm using, and then we also have the When Kieron Goes Away laptop, right? So you all know I'm going to be working, and this is already in my hand luggage, ready to go. So you all know I'm going to be working. So it is a holiday, because obviously I'm leaving England. But the boys know I'll still be pestering the shower and making sure stuff's getting done. So, you know, hate me or love me, that is the question. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today on the stream. Hold on, sorry. Sir, I'm a small trader of an Excel. I trade every day, but what should I use? How many size lot for 1K? Alicia's asked this question. There is a question here. I don't know if you want to say this, maybe Hasan or Huseyin. I'm a small trader. I'm trading every day, but what should I use and how many lot sizes of 1K? Go on, Hasan. You could say that.
Small trader. I'm a small trader of what's that? Exodus? Is that a broker app or something?
Is that a broker app?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a broker app? Yeah, it is. Don't use it. That's what I say. That's exactly what I will say. Tell you right now. Don't use a broker app. Don't pay broker fees. Why the fuck are you paying broker fees? Why are you paying so much money to brokers to broker a deal for you that you can do yourself on chain right now and I don't even mean with TradeSta. I mean with any other fucking platform. Right? Like, I don't even mean TradeSta. You can go and use any platform in DeFi. It doesn't even need to be on Avalanche. Just don't pay broker fees, man. Don't pay ridiculous broker fees that are astronomically sky high, that charge you an arm and a leg, that control your money, control your fucking assets. Why?
They manipulate your wallet as well. Yeah.
Like, don't use a platform like that at all. Go and do some more research on a different platform to use that doesn't control your assets. Being in crypto and being decentralized means that you control your own assets and your own destiny. Do not, under any fucking circumstances, go and put your money in custody with somebody that can run away with your funds tomorrow. Right? Regulated or not, you're still not protected. The only person that can protect your own bag is you at the end of the
100%.
day. Not your keys, not your fucking crypto.
Yeah, you should control your money.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry for the big rant. Sorry if it sounds like I'm having a go at you. I'm not. I just want you to be protected. Do not, under any fucking circumstances, use a brokerage platform. Use a DeFi platform where you are in control and make sure you use a DeFi platform that is trusted. You know, I mean, go and do some research on TradeSta if you want to leverage trade and you want to do, you want to leverage up to 100x. Use TradeSta. There are other platforms out there if you're on other blockchains. You know, you do have them out there. There's Hyperliquid, there's GMX, there's Radiant, right? But do your own research. If you don't trust yourself in having a non-custodial wallet like a MetaMask or a Ledger or a Rabi or a Core, go and use a trusted centralized exchange. Don't use a broker, bro. They will run away with your cash eventually. Sorry. Zengil said I sounded like Richard Hart for a second then. Me and you, Zengil, are no longer friends. No longer friends. Richard Hart, the guys, I'm nothing like Richard Hart. No. Don't go clipping that shit neither. Anyway, sorry about that. I wasn't trying to have a pop off, but just don't let anybody control your fucking funds, all right? Alicia, if you can, go and find a platform that you trust that is decentralized. You know, profit is your passion, as you say in your profile. So keep that profit to yourself. Don't go spending it on fees that are ridiculous at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry for having to go, but make sure you're and in fact, don't take that from me because I'm quite privileged being from the UK that we have platforms that are a little bit different. Obviously, as Sam was saying, when you guys trade normally, you have to use a broker, right? In your regions. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just tell the guys how bad and shit those brokerage platforms are and why you now trade on chain. Hasan, you're from Turkey. What's your experience of working with brokers?
Actually, what I think about the brokers, if they knew how to trade, they wouldn't need us. They can make money if they can make money. Why do I support someone? Yeah.
San, you obviously you use brokers as well in Lebanon.
Like myself, I haven't traded like forex or these type of commodity stocks with brokers, to be honest. But like I've heard stories. I've heard like people calling the brokers at the middle of the night, and like the broker has simply like shut down his phone.
And it happens all the time.
Yeah.
The biggest Ponzi schemes in the world are brokers. Because they take from Peter to pay Paul, and then they take from Paul to pay Cassandra, and they take from Cassandra to then go and pay Paul back. Right? So just I'm not saying every broker does that, by the way. And as well, I'm not slandering any platforms. I'm just saying don't go fucking don't go giving away your hard-earned cash when you don't need to. That's what I'm saying. Know your keys, know your crypto. Anyway, on that bombshell, if the guys have no more questions, please, obviously, we're way over time, as Raf just said in the chat. I just want to say, give a closing statement and obviously thank every single person that has joined us today. We are way over. We're like 38 minutes over this time, guys. Normally it's like 2 minutes, but we're like 38 minutes over. So I just want to say a massive thank you to every single person that has joined us today. We've had over, I think at one point we had like 1,200 people listening to us and watching us over on Arena. Not so great, obviously, on X, but then across all of the other platforms as well, we've had over 300 people viewing us. So I just want to say a massive thank you to every single person, whether you're on Arena, you're on X, you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, or you're on TikTok. Thank you very much for listening to us, seeing this goddamn ugly English accent and face, and listening to us about what we do here at TradeSta. Remember that the TradeSta platform is live. The 5K a day giveaway is still live. Go and do your own research at tradesta.io. You could be in a chance of winning up to $1,000 just for trading $20, 20x leverage. If you haven't already, go and do some research on the Quokka token, please. We want to get to that pre-sale target. We might even reduce that pre-sale target if we sell some more to make it quicker, so that we launch it quicker, so that we can start utilizing the utility. The utility is already built into TradeSta. We built it with that in mind, and we want to fucking use it. So go and buy some Quokka tokens in the pre-sale. Spread the word about TradeSta. If you have one and you've been part of this platform and you've already placed a trade and you've made some fucking cash off us, please go and tell the world that you've made fucking cash off of TradeSta. We would love it if you did. That'd be great. We've given away over fucking like 180k already. So, we've got a few more grand to be fucking spending. So make sure you do. So until next time, sorry guys, there's one thing. Unfortunately, we won't be streaming on Thursday because I am on holiday and I don't want to rub it in that I'm sat on the beach and you guys aren't. So I'm not going to do that to everybody. So we won't be streaming this Thursday, but we'll be back again next Tuesday. Keep a lookout on all of our social media. Please do go and join us over on Telegram. Keep a lookout on Arena. We announce everything there. Until next week, I'm going to go and enjoy a fucking brilliant holiday. over in sunny Spain. So thank you very much, guys, for listening to us. Thank you very much, Hasan, for obviously taking the time out and speaking to the community. Same for you, Huseyin. Until next week, trade safe. Not your keys, not your fucking crypto. Don't go paying any brokers. Go and give TradeSta a try and become part of the Quokka fam. Have a fantastic rest of your week. And until not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after, love you all and peace out.
See you guys. Mic drop.
Mic fucking drop, boys.